Yeah, it's time for A's Gaming Moments. Gaming Horrorthon!
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Horror games often put us in some pretty terrifying situations, and with The Bunker it's no exception. Gameplay wise, it's a point and click adventure with you usually having to solve some kind of puzzle in order to progress to the next area. Thankfully, nothing ever gets too cryptic though, like some adventure games do, where you need to, work out how a rubber chicken and a banana are going to open a door. In fact, the game is pretty straightforward. You play as John, the lone survivor in a nuclear bunker somewhere in the UK, who every day follows the exact same monotonous routine of checking his vitals, checking the radio for signs of life, eating and taking a shit, and then, probably most disturbing of all, read to the corpse of his dead mum. This lifestyle continues day in, day out, until one day, something goes wrong. Now, as you probably noticed, the whole game is live action, so there's no graphics to talk about here. Instead, I can say that the sets are very good, with some nice camera angles to properly show them off. Having everything be so real adds to the game's immersion. It works well because you can easily imagine how terrible this situation would be if you were the one that was in it. Every emotion is portrayed by real human beings, and while the acting can be a little dodgy at times,
we just don't have the resources to deal with it. There is no help. There is no cavalry.
For the most part, it's pretty believable. At one point, John even breaks his arm, and you can just imagine how bad this would be, being trapped alone, underground, in pain, and with no option other than to just get on with it. I think that this hopelessness is where the real fear of the bunker lies. Throughout the whole game, John seems to be constantly struggling, so playing it is like slowly watching a man's life fall apart right before your very eyes. But the most interesting sections are the flashback sequences. It's here that you start to learn how exactly John came to be alone, and like any good horror story, it comes with a very interesting conclusion that sticks with you for at least a few days after completing it. I like to think of it as the short independent movie compared to the Hollywood blockbusters like Until Dawn. Everything about it is simple, and yet it tells its story so well that it can't help but to leave an impact. There's something very eerie about wandering around the lower levels of the bunker. The way that the creepy music suddenly cuts out when the camera switches to CCTV footage is unnerving, as you're always suspecting something big is about to happen. John's only comfort are these little wooden toys that he carries around, which not only act as collectibles, but are actually an important part of the story. One thing I will say is that the game absolutely spits out trophies, and it's got to be one of the easiest platinums I've ever achieved. The end of each chapter gives you a silver trophy rather than the usual bronze. How they got away with doing this, who knows. The game's only about 2 hours long, so it is really like playing through a movie. There's only one puzzle near the end that I got stuck on, and all I can say is thank God I was recording my footage, because I needed to go back through it in order to find a particular clue. Otherwise, I guess I would have had to go online to try and find out what to do. But anyway, that's The Bunker. Great game, so turn off the lights and give it a go, and hopefully there'll be some more of these live action point and clicks in the future. For more video game reviews, be sure to check out A's Gaming Moments. Thanks for watching.